got upset and told my dad his girlfriend didn't buy me a Starbucks drink. So my dad's been dating this woman Katie for like 8 months now, and she's been trying way too hard to be the cool stepmom, like buying me makeup I don't even wear and asking about boys at school when I'm obviously not interested in talking about that stuff with her. She keeps doing this thing where she'll text me directly instead of going through dad, like we're best friends or something. Last Tuesday, dad picked me up from soccer practice and Katie was in the passenger seat. She turned around all excited and was like, "Hey Emma, I thought we could stop by Starbucks before we head home. I'm craving one of those caramel macchiatos." I said sure, thinking she meant all of us were getting drinks. We pull up to the drive-thru and she orders this fancy drink with extra shots and oat milk and all these modifications. Then she looks at me and goes, "You want anything?" I said yeah, just a vanilla latte, nothing crazy. She tells the person at the window just her drink. I was confused, so I was like, "What about mine?" And she laughed and said, "Oh honey, I didn't bring enough cash for both of us. Maybe next time." But then she literally paid with her card. Dad didn't say anything, just kept looking straight ahead like he didn't hear what happened. The whole ride home I'm sitting in the back seat watching her sip her drink while I'm empty-handed. When we got to the house, I was honestly pretty hurt about it. It wasn't even about the $4 for coffee. It was the fact that she made this big show of asking what I wanted just to embarrass me. So when dad asked how my day was at dinner, I told him exactly what happened. I said his girlfriend offered to buy me Starbucks and then didn't, and it made me feel like crap. Katie's face went completely red, and she started stuttering about how she forgot and would totally get me one tomorrow. Dad just looked at her for a long time without saying anything. Then he asked her why she would offer something to his kid that she wasn't planning to follow through on. Katie tried to laugh it off and said I was being dramatic over a stupid coffee drink. That's when dad got this look on his face that I'd never seen before. He told her that his daughter wasn't dramatic, and that if she was going to be part of this family, she needed to understand that meant treating me with the same respect she'd want for herself. He said if she couldn't afford to include me in things, then maybe she shouldn't suggest them in the first place. Katie got all defensive and said she was just trying to bond with me and that I was being ungrateful. She started crying and saying how hard it was to navigate being a potential stepmom, and that no one ever told her how to handle these situations. Dad stood up from the table and said maybe she should have thought about that before playing favorites with a teenager. He told her she could either apologize and mean it, or she could leave. Katie grabbed her purse and stormed out, slamming the door behind her. She texted me like 20 times that night, apologizing and saying she wanted to take me shopping to make up for it. But honestly, the damage was already done. Dad saw her true colors, and I could tell he was having second thoughts about the whole relationship. They broke up 2 weeks later. Dad said he realized that anyone who would treat his kid like an afterthought wasn't someone he wanted in our lives long term.